We all have dreams that we want to achieve in our lives. But what do we do if no one is supportive of our dreams and interests? Let us take a look on how Jonathan Livingston Seagull dealt with a situation like this. The story of Jonathan Livingston Seagull was written by Richard David Bach, an American writer. He was born on June 23, 1936 in Oak Park, Illinois, United States. He is a former fighter pilot and he has written books like Biplane, Nothing by Chance, Stranger to the Ground, Illusions and much more. This book was first published in the book form in 1970 with little advertising or expectations. But by the end of 1972, over 1 million copies were on print and the book reached the first position through bestseller lists, mostly through word-of-mouth recommendations. An interesting fact about this book is that Jonathan Livingston Seagull was named after John H. Livingston, a Waco Aircraft Company test pilot. Most seagulls cared about eating. To them, eating was way more important than flying in the air. But Jonathan Livingston Seagull thought differently. He loved flying more than anything else and he constantly tried to make his flying skills better, even though he flew very well. But he was supported by no one, not even his family. So he tried to act like the other girls, but it was of no use. Because he loved flying more than eating, he was humiliated by the other girls and he was seen as an outcast. But he didn't stop there. He continued to fly alone. He learned new skills and he realized that boredom, fear and anger are the reasons why a girl's life is so short. In part 2 of the story, 2 girls came to Jonathan to take him back home. He didn't want to do so at first, but eventually he agreed. But the place he reached was quite different. It was nice and peaceful. Jonathan thought that he had reached heaven, but when he asked an elder, he realized that he hadn't reached there yet. The elder told him that heaven is not a place or time. Heaven is being perfect. Later, in part 3 of the story, Jonathan found other seagulls who were treated as outcasts and he decided to help them and teach them. They were not confident in their skills, but Jonathan believed that they could do it and they learned to fly well. He was always there for his students by demonstrating, suggesting, pressuring and guiding them. He flew with them through the nights, through the clouds and through the storm. This story shows us that we must believe in ourselves and we shouldn't give up on our dreams. Jonathan Livingston Seagull was humiliated, hated and ignored. He didn't get any credit or appreciation for his flying skills. Yet, he didn't give up and he continued to do what he loved to do. This story also shows us that we must not care about what other people think about us and we shouldn't let negativity affect our confidence and self-esteem. So, always believe in yourselves and never let anyone bring you down.